Okay.
So we're on your channel, but we're on a different live than what was advertised.
Yes. So everybody will need to. Sorry, man.
We don't have any way to tell them though, because I can't post a comment on the old one because it's toast.
So there's.
I got another notification now.
Hey guys, welcome.
Okay.
Are we live?
Yes, we are live.
Okay, but we still need to try to figure out how to let people that are over in the other one know. We got to kill some audio.
Try to figure out how to let people that are over in the other one know.
Okay. Give me a second. Oh.
Berry's here.
Yeah.
And Calvin, the Boston Terrierist.
Yep.
So maybe text your brother and let him, tell him he needs to look for a different live. YouTube must be smart enough to send them a notification that what happened.
Thanks for you guys jumping over. I screwed it up again. Can you believe it? So I don't know how to roll this down. Woohoo! Ari's World's in there. Chris is in there. Anyway, there we go. Okay. Kevin's in here. Barry's in here. Barry, thanks for the sub today. I've already been subbed to yours. I just haven't made the comments yet, but I've been there for a little while.
Can you make changes on this one? You need to make Berry a mod.
Let's
That's
do
very
one thing at a
helpful for
time.
him.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's do one thing at a time.
Maybe.
We're already having an argument. We haven't even started. Let me make this a little bigger. So there we go.
Yeah, I wonder if you can make the video full screen.
No,
Yeah,
if I can, then I can't see in chat.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Okay.
We got it in gear.
I think we got it in gear, except for Terry, my brother. He's going to be wondering what happened. Anyway.
He said he had high expectations and he expected to be very entertained. So maybe we don't want to disappoint him.
I hope he doesn't sit there very long.
He's waiting on you.
He should have got another notification. Well, not,
like
I don't
when
think
you
he's
were
subbed
kids.
actually. I don't know. I can't text him. My phone.
What are we going to do today?
So what we're going to do, right, is first of all, can you guys hear us okay? I think you probably can. We're using the Hollyland mics again. Seemed to work out pretty good last time. Using those. We're going to taste some beers, and then you're going to taste jalapeno. You're gonna
Yeah.
We got the jalapenos
If
here.
anybody watched the Sock Monkeys video when he made the salsa that we're going to try today, he tried a jalapeno just straight up, and he had a very vivid reaction.
I did.
I'm going to try one.
It surprised me a little bit. I don't think they're all that hot. And then Todd got a couple of different kinds of beer.
Yeah.
And we're going to kind of do the review on that, right? So I guess we should grab one of those because we need to be.
Beer sampling. I need the beer before I try the jalapeno, definitely.
Yes. So which one do you want to start with? I guess it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. There is something I want to say about this beer. I wish Donnie was here. I was at one of his lives today, and I invited him, Barton's RVing. The other night, he did.
Troy. Troy's in the house.
Hey, Troy.
Go ahead.
So Donnie did a beer taste. He does this beer tasting. He has like 4 beers, and we all get to vote on which one for him to try. And he had asked for suggestions for the future. And I don't know if I couldn't remember the name of it. But in a subsequent video of his, I left a comment suggesting this brewery. How do you pronounce that? Weihenstephaner. Did you already hold this up?
No, I didn't.
Can you reach it further? Yeah. So before doing these lives and what we're doing right now, we started doing this for several weeks or months, whatever. It's sort of a tradition, not every Friday, but I would stop by the Sock Monkey's house, and sometimes I would have gone to Specs earlier in the day and pick up a kind of a different beer, just for us to try. And the first one was from this brewery, and this is the world's oldest brewery. And where's that at? Bavaria, which is the largest state in Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when they started brewing, it was because the water was not safe to drink, I believe.
Oh,
And so they started brewing beer. There's some of those breweries over there that
well, that worked out pretty well.
it worked well as a way of processing.
So from that brewery, the first one we tried, I really liked it, and I think it's because of the wheat taste. I never had wheat beer, but I genuinely liked it. And the next one from this brewery, which I thought there was just the two at Specs, it was the darker from them.
Yep.
And
We tried that last time.
So that the first one we tried anyway, that's what I wanted to suggest to Donnie to try, and really any one of the three. But I would start. They have the basic one. When I went to get some today, I saw there was a third option, and it's this one. We have not had this before. So, and this is their lager version of Weihenstephaner. I don't know. So we're on the other one, 5.1% alcohol by volume. So that's not bad.
Yeah, the other one's 7 something, wasn't it? I think.
What we tried last week was pretty high, but was it one of these?
I think it was. I think because we tried the other one of this, and I think it was the highest.
The darker one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So we have our little tasting
I
cups.
forgot my sombrero.
Yes, you did.
I don't need it though. It's not very bright in here. All right.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like a lager.
What does a lager mean? I wonder. It's not. That means it's not an IPA.
Yeah.
And
So
not an ale.
lagers, normally when you get one, it's going to be a lighter beer, but it has something to do with the process. Who knows?
Original premium lager, Bavarian style.
Yeah. Chris.
Cheers. Salud.
Cheers, y'all. Appreciate you. I like it.
I do too.
So it is. It doesn't have much after. It doesn't carry over much afterwards. You take the drink and then it's kind of a little. It's kind of ends. It's not. We think.
I like it much better than the dark one from them, and I like it less than the first one that we tried. The first one that we tried, this has a little bit of that flavor, but this is really a different beer than the first.
It is. So if you
wish I
like
could remember the
a
name of that.
Coors banquet beer, this is kind of in the lines of that a little bit, but this is a little hoppier. It's got more hops in it, so it has a little bit more of that bitter on it, but it's still good.
Yeah, I can dig it. Let's try some salsa. We got to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to try the salsa? Or you want to try the other beer?
The other beer, that worked. I like that idea. I like how you think. So
Okay, so it's in a can.
you're a leader.
Oh, this is a St. Arnold. You told me you were going to surprise me.
Yeah. What a colorful can.
It
right?
is. This is St. Arnold, which is in Houston, correct?
I believe so, in the Houston area. At
Yeah,
least.
and it is a summer pilsner. It's crisp and refreshing.
What does that say?
Texas is Texas oldest craft beer. So Texas, how do you say that plural? Say it. Texas with an S. Texas.
Yeah, that ain't how you say it.
How do
Didn't
you
you ever
say it?
have phonics? Were you not hooked on phonics?
You know, I wasn't hooked on it, even though my mother was an English teacher, but I never got hooked on it for some reason.
Your mom was an English teacher and you never quite learned the language. That's interesting.
That's correct.
Wait, let me read here. The patron saint of brewers, St. Arnold. No, right? Yeah, St. Arnold.
Yeah. Thank you, St. Arnold.
Old Arnold.
Yeah. So there we go.
Oh, I haven't been looking
So
at
Calvin
chat.
said, yeah, they don't even distribute to any package stores. You know, I haven't been looking at the chat. I guess we probably should. We should interact with you guys a little bit, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, I wish you would try the beer I'm drinking. Well, what beer are you drinking, Jeff?
Jeff's drinking a double IPA.
Oh, you wouldn't like that, right?
No, I don't.
You don't even like single IPAs.
I do a few of them, but some of those IPAs, they get way carried away with it. You know, I normally don't get carried away with things.
So, do they sell this outside of our area? Is anybody here that's not in the Central or East Texas area ever heard of St. Arnold's? I don't know how widespread it is. It's really light colored.
Yeah, it's a little darker than the other one. It looks a little less filtered. Cheerios. I like that
pretty
too.
good.
It is pretty good.
It's not harsh. It doesn't have any really kind of strong taste at all. But I wouldn't say it's weak beer. It's just
No, it's not.
It's
It's
good.
for a now they've got a couple of theirs that I don't. They have one that's called.
we should have known. It says crisp and refreshing.
I read that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, this one's really good. They're both really good. I would recommend either one of these. This one doesn't have quite the hops that this one has. They're not as smooth as like a Coors would be, or what's another? I don't know. Budweiser's kind of, it's not a Coors or a Bud. I'm talking full real beer.
Well, they don't have that Rocky Mountain spring water.
They don't.
Yeah. What beer was from the land of 1100 Springs?
That was Olympia, wasn't it? Was it Olympia?
Somebody they used to say on their commercial from 1100
Or was
Springs.
it Hams? Hams would be refreshing.
Calvin, the Boston Jeff said, I sent you a pic. Put your phone up to the camera so people can see what I'm drinking. Okay. I don't know if I'll be. Okay. Can you do that? It looks interesting. Maybe make the picture big.
Oh, nice. It's a cactus.
I bet it ain't still that full, though.
I'm going to hold it there just a second so I can see. There we go.
We're watching on his laptop and we have a delay.
Yeah, we do have a little delay.
It's kind of weird. You got to get used to it.
That looks good.
Yeah. If you like IPAs, I guess.
So-
I don't know enough about it.
Well, we'll have to look it up, see if we can find it, and try one.
Okay.
So I have the St. Arnold for now. You have that one, and then we'll swap whenever
That works.
we open another bottle or whatever.
Now can I try some salsa?
You could try the salsa.
All right.
So,
Stock Monkey salsa.
yep.
And I don't know, y'all probably been friends of ours and know the Sock Monkey. You probably already watched it. He made a video about making this salsa.
So when I made the salsa, so after I experienced the jalapeno, I kind of neutered those a little bit. So the salsa, when I got done with it, wasn't hot enough for me. So I thawed out a package of my hot green chilies and
Livened her up a little bit.
livened this up a little bit with that. I split it in two.
See that bag of chips.
Oh,
So if y'all watch, I know y'all all watch Donnie's channel, Barton's RVing. They went to Del Rio the other day. He made a video and they went to the Julio's store or whatever. So I like these too. That's what we're going to be sampling with. And I like Julio's and Santanitas, I think. A good thing about both of those is they don't have any preservatives. So less processed, more natural or whatever. Organic. If I'm going to eat tortilla chips, I definitely want ones that don't have preservatives. And they're like really different than Tostitos because they've got a seasoning on them that's really unique.
they do, and they have a different texture to them as well.
All right, here we go.
It's a good texture.
Gonna keep things rolling. So I told you I had a joke for you. Ready? Here it is. Let me make sure I can remember to get it right. What's the difference between the people of Dubai and the people of Abu Dhabi?
The people, I know it.
Tell me then.
Well, the people in Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but the people in Abu Dhabi do.
There you go. That's right. You got it. The people in Abu Dhabi do. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Sock Monkey salsa.
See if it's any good.
Oh, you did liven it up. So there's two different kind of peppers in there: jalapenos and hatch green
and
chilies.
Hatch green chili. So I
Got
put some hatch in to start with, but it was the mediums.
It's got a lot of garlic in it.
It does. Yeah.
Well, I can say this. I like stuff pretty hot, and I think we like about the same heat level just from experience.
Yeah.
We're pretty close together on our tolerance or enjoyment of what degree. And I think that's a really nice level of spiciness of heat. I wouldn't want it a lot hotter than that, though. Unlike Calvin from RV Living with the Geezer, he made the statement the other day that it's not that he can't tolerate hotter things, but it's not enjoyable, right? When it just lights you up and that's all you can think about and you can't taste the food that you're eating it with. What's the point, right? That's very good.
Thank you.
I would call that a high medium.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. On the heat level. Yeah. Garlic is it's a heavy garlic, so that's obviously adjustable, but I think it turned out pretty good.
Yep. It looks good. It looks nice. I don't know how we could show that. Let's don't try. Or yeah, never mind. So the other thing we're gonna do, you tell me. I don't know if you want to show that. Try to do that. I don't know that ain't gonna show. That's the other thing. I'm gonna try a bite of sock monkey. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it good.
Yep.
The color of it. That's very nice. Yes. And it's kind of you added some chunkiness to it after you thought it was a little too thin.
No, that's the consistency I had.
That's pretty chunky.
Yeah,
It's got
it
a
is,
lot of
but
stuff
I
in
would
there.
like it a little chunkier. But yeah, came out good. So
While I'm feeling brave, I want to try one of the jalapenos that lit the sock monkey up. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, whatever. How about that one? Okay, so a guy, a Hispanic guy, Mexican guy. I don't know if he's from Mexico. He might have been from Central America or something. But I was at the grocery store and I was buying jalapenos, and he walks up beside me. He said, "You want me to tell you something?" I said, "What?" He said, "Those ones that have the little lines, they look like little veins that run through them. Those are the hot ones. If you want it hot, get those. If you don't want it hot, don't get those." So this has some of those.
it has some, but I don't know if that's totally true because I ate a clean green the other day.
And it lit you up.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's just what the guy told me. And
maybe he was just trying to sell those. Actually,
this
I
one's
think
it's got something on.
I think if they're like that, they've been.
What's doing that? Anyway, here it goes.
I don't know.
I might. This may be the end of me.
I don't think
He might have to finish it.
But and it may not be hot as the one I took the other day, and I took the top part, but it was warm.
Jalapenos are weird. You can have two plants side by side and pick a jalapeno off of each one, and they can be totally
See, I
different.
can smell that one, and it doesn't smell hot. It smells more.
Well, I think your smeller ain't working.
I mean, you know how with some peppers, when you open them up right away, like I opened that one the other day, and I said it smells hot. You get that. Is it warm?
It's building. I think it's going to be all right.
I
though.
think it will. Yeah.
I can handle it.
Yeah.
I can tell you this: I'm not going to take another bite.
That sounds-
of
that's-
just
That
plain
sounds good.
jalapeno.
These are yours anyway. We'll get rid of the
Yeah,
one with it.
I'll
I don't
take
know.
them.
That's we'll get some more. So we'll hook you up with that. Yeah. So it just kind of surprised me the other day when I took the bite of it.
I would say that's typical of a jalapeno right there. There's hotter ones, but there's definitely milder ones.
Yep.
Very good. Homegrown right here in the Sock Monkey Garden, right
Out
there,
that
yeah.
window. Yeah. And so typically the ones I usually grow the larger ones, and they're not as hot. So we haven't done well interacting with the chat at all, and I apologize for that. We're not very good at this, and we're very new at it.
Barry says, I watched two guys who didn't have brakes in their car use their feet to stop it, just like the Flintstones back in the day. Okay, Ari's World. Chris says, what does a nosy pepper do? It gets jalapeno business. That's good.
That is good.
Take a bite out of crime. Always cut peppers with a glove or plastic. Very smart.
I do that.
So I have, how do I put this without being offensive? I have made the mistake before of chopping up jalapenos and going to the restroom and not washing my hands. And there's a price to be paid for that. That's all I'll say about that. Yeah. How far? Let's see how far we are in here. I don't know. I don't know how people look and say, "Oh, I've been going for so long." I see it on my PC, but watching your video as a guest, I can't see it.
Can't see what?
How long the live's been going.
Oh, so
How long are we going to go? Like
it's been going 20 minutes.
Okay, so 10 more minutes.
Yeah, about another 10 minutes.
I know.
Jeff. So we're talking about doing the
clam fritters.
The clam fritters. So I had a question about that for Jeff. I did get a scoop. I got the number 4. Do you use the number 4 or the number 6? Because that's what it calls for, either a number 4 or a number 6. I got us a number 4, which looks like a good hush puppy type size. And then also, I didn't read the directions yet because Todd has the bag, but do you dice up the clams? Surely you don't put them in there just whole.
It says diced clams on
okay.
on they're already done. I think.
Okay. Never mind on the second
on the
question,
can.
but I guess my question, do you use the number 4 is good?
Yeah, that's
Perfect.
what he says.
So as soon as Todd got the package and stuff, I went ahead. We didn't have one, so I ordered one, and we got that in today. So we'll be doing that pretty quick.
Ha ha jalapeno.
Ha.
That's what Barry says
Yeah.
is a pepper that tells jokes. Ha ha jalapeno. Okay, Barry. All right, this is fun.
So do you want one of these? Because you're about empty.
I am.
Yeah.
You know, that keeps.
Well, we drank a bunch of them.
I don't know why that keeps happening. Public service announcement, just so you know, I have to drive home and don't drink. I don't drink over 2 beers before I drive home, and I'm not very far. You know, don't get over 20 miles an hour between here and my house, so I'll be fine.
Which one do you want?
I'll switch with you. That'd be
You
good.
gonna switch?
That's all right. We both liked them both. And
Yep.
I got stuff for you. I'm gonna get.
Oh, you
I
got
already brought it over
Yes.
here. I just wanted to do a quick spinny, you know, just for drill.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, let's see. First of all, in one of my lives, I don't know if any of y'all were there. I think at least a couple of you were. You know, with that whole thing about there's an album I want and I buy it, but I haven't opened the box yet. And then it comes up in one of the places I get albums. Anyway, I wound up with not 2, not 3, but 4 of these. And the sock monkey told me he would like to have one, Waylon's greatest hits. So here you go, my friend.
Thank you very much.
I'll give you an album.
And I'm not going to open it because I have to be honest with you. I need to open my box of albums in there. I'm thinking I may have this. If I do, we'll send this out to one of these.
I would like to see what albums you have.
Okay, we could do
Maybe
that.
we could do that next week.
We could do that next week. We'll just open the box.
Maybe some highlights, you know, just kind of the
So
music that you bought back in the day.
We do. And they've been in a box that perfectly fits the album size. And it's been sealed
Yeah.
for a lot of years. I haven't opened it up, so I
That's
don't
what
even
I was going to
remember.
ask. From what era was it that you bought this album?
Mostly the 70s.
Oh yeah. You want to sell them?
No, not yet, but
You know, I buy
I'll
albums.
leave them to you.
That'd be
but
nice.
There's a really good chance
Y'all heard that. We have it on record.
I may have this album in there. But if I do,
Arm wrestle for Waylon.
we'll figure out something and get Waylon out to somebody else.
So we had to think. Barry wants a copy of Waylon, and Barry, if my short-term memory, that stuff I take to help with my memory.
I forgot what that is. Anyway, you told him on your live that you would send him.
It's
You would
creatine. See,
creatine.
it's working.
That
It's
you
working.
would
You
send.
need to take it.
You told Barry you would send him one.
But then Mary was begging. Mary wanted it. Mary Smith,
Okay,
and I told her
and-
I would send it to her, and Mary never reached out to me. Plus, I still have 2 extra copies. I only need 1. I gave him 1, so I still have 2 extra. Barry, I'll send you a copy of Waylon. Yeah, I knew creatine. It was a joke. I promise. I remembered it. It took a second or 2, but
Thank you, Todd.
okay. And that's not the only thing. Speaking of albums, I went to a garage sale this morning, and they had some CDs and some albums, some vinyl LPs. The only LP that I bought is this Loretta Lynn's Greatest Hits, Volume 2, which starts with Coal Miner's Daughter. There's a lot of good hits on here. Oh, my mother loved Loretta Lynn. That's her favorite singer. Now, look at her. When she was young, she's a very beautiful woman, besides being a really good singer. And so I got this for $1 or maybe $2. $2, I think. And so they had a box of 40 CDs. And these were like from the 80s and 90s, maybe the early 2000s. It was several like George Straits and Clint Black and stuff like that. You know, they're all top level artists. And they wanted $2 a piece. So I took the whole box up there and I counted them. I said, "You have 40 in here. What will you take for this?" And she said, $25. So I'm going to make a video soon and show some of this stuff. This is just one example of what I bought at the garage sale. And the other thing I brought, we recently went to that Ted Nugent show out at the Kinney store. And because we had the table there, we got 4 of these, and I never gave the sock monkey his. It's the flyer for the Ted Nugent show. So you can treasure that forever.
I will. I'll put it on the wall. Thank you, Bub.
You need me to autograph it or anything?
I don't need
No,
you
no.
to. If you could have got it there and had Ted do it, that would have been great. But
You know, as it turns out, we didn't have any luck with that. I had a classic promotional poster, like from a concert from back in the day, that Tony out at the Kinney store was going to try to help get Ted to sign. And they had been told in advance that he's not prone to doing that. You know, he's got tons of autographed merch there to sell.
he does.
And
And
that's
so,
how he makes money.
right.
Like
And-
he needs more money.
and he lives like 2 hours from here.
Near Waco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he probably came down in the afternoon, did the show, got back on the bus or SUV, whatever he came down in, and went home. And
I watch his channel sometimes.
um,
He's up in Michigan. He does that thing where they bring youth, like at-risk youth, a lot of kids in,
yep.
and try to help them straighten out their life. He does a lot of good things. Some people don't like him. And, you know, if I were to name my top 20 rock and roll bands or artists or anything, I don't think Nugent would be in it.
Mhm.
But he's definitely in the top 50,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So, Todd and Sock, maybe at the next live stream you can tell us how you both became friends.
We could do that.
We work for the same companies, basically, and we had a lot in common. But we can go in a little more detail
We
next
go into
time.
some detail into that. Yep. And it's, you know, it was just a cross. We'll talk about that next time.
Yeah,
Or we can talk about it now for a
definitely.
minute.
Yeah,
We have about 4 or 5
that
minutes.
could get drawn out pretty good.
It could.
So I'm going to try to catch up on the chat if you can keep everybody entertained while I'm checking this out.
What I do.
Make funny faces, tell a joke. I don't know.
I don't know what to do.
They're pretty good at entertaining themselves.
They're doing a good
Yeah,
job
and
of it.
Tammy Wynette, I liked her too.
Tammy, I like Tammy
So-
as well.
I forgot I bought some 45s too, and one of them is Tammy Wynette. This might sound weird, but it's a single, you know, 45. You know, one of the sides is DIVORCE, and I always liked that song. I think the lyrics in that song are very cleverly written.
So there you go. I liked it too, actually. I don't know why, until I got the papers.
I'll never forget my friend Dale Lee. He had a little record player, right? And they would save up his money just like I did. And you'd go to the store and you have enough money to buy a 45. I don't remember what they were, like a quarter maybe or something like that. And he had that. And we were out in the back room at their house one day and he played that song. We must have played it over. You know how you did? You'd play the same song over and over and over.
Yeah.
Until, you know, your mom goes, "Would you play something else, please? I can't stand to hear that one more time."
So along with that, when I was like in 2nd grade, my mom and dad got me a little record player for Christmas and 2 45s. And one of them was Buffalo Bill Buffalo Bill, Buffalo Bill. No one ever shot as straight as Buffalo Bill, Buffalo Bill.
Oh,
Greatest of the place. I wore that thing out, and the other one was Cheyenne.
yeah.
Two cowboy songs,
That I know.
and it drove them.
Dennis would ask you what you did with the money.
I spent it on beer, Dennis. I can't sing, but I had to give you a little taste of what the song, how it kind of went.
Yeah. Oh, my cousin, not Dale Lee, my friend, my cousin had a record of 45 that he played. He loved that. And me and his brother, well, my two cousins, and we learned the lyrics. And it's that song, in 1814, we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi.
That's Doug Kershaw,
We
isn't
took
it?
along some bacon, then we took along some beans. And I think it was sung, he might have covered
He
it.
probably covered it.
but
Yeah,
I think it came out a long time before that.
It did.
There's somebody like Roy Acuff or something like that. I think.
There's a Snapchat where it's the mom taking the video. This little girl singing on a karaoke machine that they got her, obviously for Christmas, and the dad sitting on the other end of the couch, and he's like, "God,
Yeah.
when will it stop?"
Which
You
is
know?
embarrassing. There's a lot of parents that their kids join band and they're first learning, and everything. We lived across the street from this girl. Her name is Janice, and she was I think it was the trumpet or something, or the
Uh-huh.
saxophone. And her dad made her go outside to practice. He couldn't stand it anymore. Hey, do you have any lime salt by chance?
You know, I actually do.
You know why he does? I put lime salt on my beer 97.8% of the time, and I brought him some so that they would have it when I'm here.
And I actually had to throw it away because it got to where it wouldn't shake out, and I got you another one. So
Oh,
just
Yeah.
with you in
you
mind,
can
yeah.
get some moisture in it.
Yeah.
It won't go.
It's got twang. Is that twang?
Yeah, you gotta. I have to clear the holes pretty regular. This is twang lime beer salt. Good stuff.
This one is too twang.
I like it.
I don't think this one's been opened, so we got you covered.
Oh, by the way, if you were watching me live last night, was it last night? No, I was talking to you and John on the.
Yeah, it was the night before that.
Yeah. Anyway, my boy Tyler Erb,
Tyler
he
Erb.
won last night. He won
Mhm.
the race last night. It was pretty exciting. I'm pretty happy about it. He's been struggling a little bit.
It is pretty good, Chris. It's kind of weird watching him put it on a bottle beer, but he gets it done.
I do. I lose some salt. What do you call it? Dressing the top of a bottle of beer.
Right. Usually, I get when you dress like a glass or something for salt, you use a lime or something.
Yeah, squeeze some lime on it to make it stick, and
yeah,
then squeeze
yeah.
the stuff. So I just like kind of fat lip the top of the bottle and then sprinkle it on there, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I was starting to say something else, but I'll leave it
Yeah,
at that.
that Calvin thing. That's what
Yeah. Anyway,
But how is Calvin doing? Hey, I have a question, Jeff? Does Calvin enjoy my videos? Because I'm fixing to make one introducing everybody to our cats. Sarah's going to help me do an introduction of our 5 cats. See what Calvin thinks of that. So I don't know. This is going to be better with the salt.
it's interesting with the salt. I think it would be pretty good. You got salt on the end of your nose, by the way. There you go.
It's for later.
So I got to take care of him. And he came over. Never mind.
I like salt with my boogers too.
That is uncalled for. Well, are we running out of things to do? And I know
We did what we came for.
we did what we came for. I appreciate the gifts, the album. I think on the next one, maybe we will try a couple more beers, and then maybe instead of the salsa, we'll open my box and look and see some of the albums that I have in there.
So there's a lot of chat, and I have found, I don't know why, but sometimes you can go back after the video is out, like people can rewatch it. You can click on this thing and it'll show the chat. You can see what the chat that took place during the live, and sometimes you can't.
I think that's something you have to select, and I don't know how to do that. One of the people here can tell us how to do that. I think you have to do that before you. Barry, will we sing a duet? I don't know, Barry. I think that'd be.
Oh, so we have a request. Barry says y'all sing a duet.
That's
before
what I
leaving.
just said. You don't listen to me.
Well, I can't read and listen at the same time. I'm not.
That's what I was trying to address that, see, but
I don't know what we could sing.
I don't either. We would, Barry, but we just can't.
I can sing, and you can. Do you see if you know the words?
No, I don't.
Well, my daddy left home when I was 3 because he didn't do much for my mom and me. He didn't leave much for my mom and me. He says this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did, before he left, he went and named me Sue. Sing the next verse.
Nah, I don't remember it.
I tried, Barry, you see?
That is Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
And
My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you gonna die.
okay, So hey, Barry, thank you for the request.
Hey,
Hey,
yeah,
so what do we got
he
here?
started it, not me.
Yeah, I know. So, hey, we really appreciate you guys.
Yes.
We really appreciate you guys coming and checking this out. We had fun. Sorry we don't keep up with the chat real well. We'll get better at it. I'm like an old dude. So's he.
Like an old dude.
Like an old dude.
Like an old dude.
Yeah. So I need to get something maybe to make the chat a little bit bigger. And then we get caught up in doing what we're doing, and I need to pay better attention to it. So something we're working on. But thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. I know Todd does. I appreciate you being here, dude.
This group, the circle, this community, whatever you want to call
Yes.
it, that grows and all
Yep.
that, it's just freaking awesome. It's so much fun. It makes life better.
It is. It's something to look forward to. Enjoy all you guys. Enjoy your stuff, and really appreciate y'all a bunch. Really do.
Knuckles.
See you guys. Appreciate you. I don't know how to turn it off.
Well, okay, we're just
Love
gonna
y'all.
keep going.
Thank you very much.
till YouTube shuts us down. Hope it doesn't get boring and stuff, And anybody got any suggestions? Adios, amigos. He's pushing.